Hello guys, this is Vidas,
And Aushra.
and let's start episode 35 of Ask Vidas and Aushra podcast. Today's question was sent by Robert, and he writes, Vidas and Aushra, I have a question for both of you. I am working on Vierne's Symphony number 1, movement 6, the finale. What would be the most effective, fastest way to play the last part confidently? I am challenged a bit by the triplets moving against the theme in the pedals towards the end of the piece. I would appreciate any suggestions you may have. Thank you also for what you do for the organ. It is encouraging and uplifting as a full-time church musician to receive an email each day from you. You are making a difference in this world. All the best, Robert. So, Osha, you remember this last episode of this
Yes,
finale?
I remember this episode. Actually, it's a beautiful finale by Louis Vierne, and I think you should to answer this question very well because you have played this piece.
In my experience, finale was complex not because of the manual uh, finger work, right? Manual passages. In my experience, the difficult spots were coordinating hands and feet, especially in the secondary theme. Primary theme was okay, but the secondary theme was kind of tricky, where you have a canon between hands, one hand and the pedals. So that was for me. When Robert says the last episode, right, with triplets, recapitulation, I think.
Yes.
I think what's happening is that probably he needs to work on his manual technique more, right? Maybe hand-on exercises. Remember, Osha, he has, Vierne writes, in the exposition of the first theme, you have double arpeggios, broken chords, but
yes,
with
I remember that. Yes.
16 notes, six in one interval and six in another. Sort of tricky configuration. In order to get this right, you have to play a lot of scales with double six
Sure.
intervals in each hand. That will help you. That would be too difficult at first. Then maybe you start with double thirds first. So Hanon, of course, has this good menu of exercises collection in this first part, second part, and later the advanced third part, where you will find the scales with double thirds and double six. But the recapitulation is easier actually, because these broken chords are broken into triplets. You have, I think only first interval is a double interval, and then two notes, I think, running loosely as a passage. So it's easier actually, faster notes, but not double intervals like in the beginning. What would you think in this case, Osha?
Yes, I would suggest that you would really have to practice probably just right hand and pedal, and then left hand and pedal
Mm-hmm.
in places like this, because if you have like coordination problems,
But
that might help.
you are talking about the secondary theme where you
Yes.
have canons.
Yes.
I suspect canons might be also a problem for him too. What about the last episode, the triplets?
Just practice slowly at the beginning, until you will feel comfortable while playing slow, and only then speed it up.
Mm-hmm. It seems that people sometimes don't have enough patience, right? They think that they play too slow, and they think that public performance should be very fast, right? And it does. It has to be fast, but it has to be gradual process, right? You don't get better overnight, I think. Yeah, right? So I think sometimes if the challenge is too much, do you think that Robert might benefit from taking easier toccatas first? Böhlmann,
Well,
Gigot,
that might be a possibility too.
what else? Gigot, Böhlmann. Um,
Even maybe Vidor's famous toccata is easier or not. What do you think?
it depends. If you can play staccato chords easier than triplets, then it's easier. But maybe Böhlmann for starters
Yes,
would be
Böhlmann is a very good
definitely,
toccata
yeah.
to start.
So I don't know if Robert has played this toccata or not, but it wouldn't hurt to practice easier toccatas first and then play more advanced finale movements of Vierne and Vidor, right, from
Yes.
symphonies. But definitely do not rush. Do not rush and
Yes.
play really, really slowly. Enjoy this process and know that with every practice session you are really getting better, but you might not even notice that.
And work on some exercises, it will definitely help.
Exactly. So guys, I hope this episode was useful to you. Osha and I were really glad that, for example, Robert has finding our daily emails so helpful. And if you want more advice, right, please subscribe at our blog organduo.lt. Just like Robert, you will get a lot of benefits from getting daily advice and inspiration, right? Um, and of course, don't forget to practice, because when you practice,
Miracles happen.